congratulations on your show. Really enjoyed the show.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say that. I wish I could take in all the accolades only by myself, but I have too many people that I have to credit for this.
We'll start with this. The movie Humble Politiciann Nograj, it had received a lot of appreciation when it released in 2018. So, what made you
That's right.
decide to expand and turn it into like a full-fledged 10 episode series?
It's interesting you asked that, Tanisha, because after the film, we really didn't know what route to take. But I remember bumping into Mr. Samir Nair at Saltwater Cafe in Bombay, in Bandra, and he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Nothing, just touristy stuff. I'm hanging around." He said, "No, no, no, come to the office. Let's work on this. I watched that film, and I want you to do something with that character." When you have somebody with that sort of a mogul status, in the media business, who's seen something that perhaps we haven't, because, you want to do one and move to the next thing. It was great to sort of have him sort of have a vision with it. And then we went with that vision.
So, the Nograj, this character started off as a sketch and then morphed into a film, and now there's a whole series on him. So, did you expect it to become this huge?
No, not really. No, I'll be very honest with you. No, it's overwhelming, and at the same time, it just has me filled with gratitude, because I come from absolutely no film background. I come from no sort of backing, or I don't come from the optics or the agency that kind of lets me would let me travel this far. Whatever has happened is because the audience has been really kind, and there've always been people at moments to put their belief in me, which is why when I hear a term like I'm self-made, I think it's a little overrated, because somebody else risks their position to put you in a position where you say I'm self-made. It's just good people who've come in, recognized potential, and said, come work with us. And I'm eternally grateful to all of them.
Specific incidents that gave, rise to Nagraj becoming Nograj?
No, I'll tell you, it was actually just a nasal twang. I on radio used to call it Nagraj, and there was a little bit of a nasal tone to it. So somebody once asked me what's the spelling, and I said Nograj. It was literally that.
Okay.
It was literally a moment. That's about it, and we just stuck with it.
Speaking about Nograj, how do you think people have handled this pandemic, the COVID?
Oh God, that's a tough question. Also, I don't know if I can really spin any comedy around it, because I feel like a lot of people, lost lives. I lost a few relatives as well. So I don't know if I can really spin a situation around it, but I can tell you one thing: Nagraj has a plan for Omicron. There's a reason why the show is coming out on Voot Select. He wants you to sit down at home and watch his show.
Moving away, I'll bring your attention to the Munawar Faruqi's shows being cancelled, and then the hate he has received, and the shows were cancelled following threats from right-wing groups. So, what do you have to say about these hate speeches and people not being able to take jokes anymore?
It wouldn't be right for me to comment on somebody else, because I'm as human as anybody else is. There is no real reason why I should be taking a moral high ground and saying that, hey, this person's right or that person's wrong. I'm human. The idea is to make everybody else around feel comfortable and nice. And that's the endeavor every single day. That people are happy at the end of what they consume. Nobody is hurt in the process. And I hope that through the show as well, we manage to do that, because that's literally the endeavor every day. As a performer, that's all I want to do. I don't want to harm. I don't want to be harmed.
Your show, it has it is full of humor. It is it is a satire also. But when you speak of, shows borrowing from real life and then
Yeah.
what would you say? What would you say to that? Like, incidents,
I
like certain.
I don't know. That's the thing, right? I love living in a fictional bubble. I love living in a
So
bubble.
you
I'm
think the
isolated.
lines are blurred?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? The lines, I won't say the lines are blurred. I would say that, like you asked me what about real shows? I don't know what to say about real shows. Are you talking about documentaries? I enjoy documentaries. Every piece of art that is put out there is fictional. Nobody, you see any show in the world, it will say fictional, right?
Okay.
We also scam
Yeah.
1992. It said
Yeah.
fictional, even though it was about somebody, but a lot of it was fictionalized because that's exactly how artists are. You take a dot, I will take a charger of my computer and turn it into like this. For me, this is in my head. This is, I don't know, a transformer that will turn into like this
Mm-hmm.
superhero. I don't know, right? So
Yeah.
it's an interesting world that we live within. Yeah.
Absolutely. So for someone, Danish, who has like a number of followers on social media, and you are quite
Yeah.
active also on social media, like
Yeah.
when you tweet something or you post, anything on Instagram, do you think it through? Do you consult? Do you self-censor? Like, what is the process like on social
I
media?
do. If you look at my Instagram, you will not see anything personal on it. It's a medium to consume content.
Yes.
The following is there very specifically. It's people want to see content. I like creating content, and that's that.
Thank you so much for talking to us, Danish. It was a
Thank you
pleasure.
very much. Thank you, Tanisha.